Today we have some exciting Palantir plans to go over regarding the company planning to open a new UK base near the NHS digital headquarters. And I also have some updated LinkedIn premium figures showing that Palantir is really continuing its hiring spree. But first of all, let's go over this news that came out earlier this week. Palantir is planning to set up a second UK base, likely in Leeds or Manchester, near the NHS digital headquarters to help it serve customers in the north of England. The company plans local hires and to move some staff from its London office to a new outpost. And recall that, of course, the UK is one of Palantir's top businesses, its second strongest after the US. And, of course, its office in England is the largest office for the company, so it appears Palantir is now doubling down on that success. Palantir significantly grew its UK business during the pandemic, particularly by deepening its relationship with the NHS. It now has about 900 employees in London. Palantir says, "We are actively looking at expanding outside of the capital, both because of the growing amount of work we are doing across the country, and so we can access the best British talent. Having an office in the north would bring Palantir physically closer to the Leeds headquarters of NHS Digital and NHS England's national team, as the firm vies for that $404 million contract to build a data platform for the health service." And this is certainly a strong indication that big progress is being made for that contract. And the new office could also support work funded by the Department of Levelling Up, Housing and Communities in the region. Last week, the department disclosed it awarded Palantir a £4.5 million contract to continue work it had been doing for free since April. Another example of Palantir doing some work for free and then leading that into a contract. It's a brilliant business strategy. And that was providing a case management system to help allocate housing and resources to Ukrainian refugees. The company has hired British politician John Woodcock as a consultant to help identify a specific location for the new office. And Woodcock told a conference last month that Palantir was looking at Manchester and Leeds, according to a transcript of the event. Now we're going to have a look at Palantir versus some of its peers. I just put down Microsoft and Snowflake to have a look at in regards to an update for October with an update to the hiring statistics. So let's jump right in. This is Microsoft. You'll see in the last 6 months, according to LinkedIn data on LinkedIn Premium that I've accessed, they grew their total employee count by about 4%. So just wanted to give a baseline. Obviously, Palantir and Microsoft are at complete opposite ends of the spectrum, but I just wanted to offer this as a baseline. And then we have Snowflake with 5.6 thousand employees growing in the last 6 months at 17%, and Palantir actually growing even beyond Snowflake at 18% growth. So that might not sound like a lot, but it is surpassing Snowflake. And why is that important? Well, Palantir's median employee tenure compared to Snowflake with 1.4 years is actually 2.3 years. So their growth in the last 6 months is greater and they're retaining employees for longer. And in terms of new hires and the rate at which these companies are hiring new employees, it looks like Microsoft started slowing down its hiring spree back earlier this year in May or so. And it's been declining ever since. And if you look at Snowflake, it was starting to decline even before this year, and it's been declining ever since. Now, Palantir, we see a decline in the short term. However, since August was actually Palantir's biggest month for hiring. You'll see they hired over 150 employees in the month, and it looks like it was almost closer to 200 at that point. And it looks like it dropped off a bit in September, and October is not yet complete. But for Palantir to have its highest month of hiring just a couple months back is a good sign, especially when you compare it to the slowdown in hiring we've been seeing over a period of months for these other two companies. So that's the recap around most recent news with Palantir and their new office in UK doubling down on their success in England, and Palantir still showing some very strong numbers in terms of hiring, even beyond Snowflake in the last 6 months on a percentage growth basis. So I wanted to provide that update. Until next time.